Hi, my name is Bob Rivera. I was diagnosed with stage 2 cancer about a year ago, and it elevated to stage 4 cancer in about a month. This is my story. Cancer, a word no one wants to hear, and yet I heard the word. I developed cancer early of August 2021, and my chemo started in November. My wife was talking to me about still having the faith, believing in God. Of course, everyone thinks in the beginning, why me? And then they developed their salvation with God, as I did, and believed that the faith, which is very important. I'll be discussing about faith throughout my story because you need to have faith and never give up on your life. I started my chemo in November of 21, and it was a very tough experience. Many times you don't want to get out of bed. You force yourself. You don't want to eat. You force yourself. And you talk to God. Not just by prayer, just speak to Him. He's around and He listens to you. Through the process, it was very challenging, very supportive from my family members, and prayer. Thanks to the pastor who got the other 5 pastors together to pray. The power of prayer is very powerful. It keeps your spirits up and your belief that in your faith that everything will be fine. While going through the chemo sessions, I went through 6 sessions and many tests. Other illnesses developed, pneumonia twice, which is very difficult, again, while you're going through the cancer process. Being at stage 4 cancer, my doctor had told me that put yourself like you're on a house, your house like this. And one side is death, one side is life, and you're in the middle. And when you're told that, you really have a strong faith in God, that He's the leader. He's going to direct you to which way He wants you to go. Of course, I've had a very good life, and I actually spoke to God, and I told Him, I says, whatever you want with me, I'm ready. Of course, I didn't want to leave, but I was ready to accept what He wanted to, what my life was to Him. And so I went through the process, went through more tests, and as I went through more tests, I had a couple of biopsies done, which I don't recommend on anyone. And then when I came back for the results in August, again, through prayer and many talkings with God, I went to the doctor. The doctor asked me how I was feeling. I told him I was feeling very well. And he says, well, you're in remission. Now, to doctors, remission means the cancer is not spreading. So I said, okay, that's great news. And he says, do you believe in divine intervention? And when he said divine intervention, I'm thinking, as a human thinks, that you have about a month to live. So I told him, yes, I do believe in divine intervention. I believe in God. And he says, okay, well, you're in remission. And I was very excited over that. And I said, well, how much percentage cancer do I have? 10, 15%. And he told me, no, you have 0. And when I looked at him, to go from stage 4 cancer to 0% of cancer in a year, he was very surprised at it. So I quickly yelled, so I'm cancer free. And he mentioned to me, no, I don't want to use that word. And because he only had 3 cases in 40 years where a stage 4 cancer went to 0% in a year. Then I went to him, I looked at him, and I pointed up towards God. And as a doctor, he just gave the look like, well, I don't know. And I believe And I know it was the help of God. And you got to have faith. You can't be on a pedestal like one way or another way. You can't get angry. You got to just have the faith and the hope and the gratitude, because now I'm given a second opportunity to do something powerful for God. And that's what I intend to do. I have a nonprofit organization, and I will be pursuing that for the kids. Again, I thank God. I thank everyone for their prayers. Prayer is powerful. Don't be afraid to pray. Don't be afraid to talk to God. He's there. He listens. Look, my skin is crawling over here because of this. And I was given this present from the pastor here at Living Water that I wear every single day since I've come to this church. And I will continue to wear this. It says, "In God, all things are possible." Thank you again for giving me this opportunity, and love to God. Amen.